Okay, everybody, we are live. Hi, welcome to today's live event. I am here with Thomas. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Good, good. How are you, Thomas?
I'm doing fine. God is good to me. Everything is working well.
Good. So we'll give
Yes.
everyone a few minutes to tune in. But thank you so much, Thomas, for being here. And to all our viewers, thank you. I see Nadine's here. Hi, Nadine. And Gerson, Zahir, and Binary. Hello. Thank you so much for being here today. Like I said, I'll give everyone a few minutes to tune in. But thank you for being with us today. To all our viewers, if you are a student, why don't you let us know what you're studying? And if you're an applicant, why don't you let us know where you're from? And for those who haven't saved their spot for next term yet, there's still time. All you have to do is copy the link in the description of this event and paste it into your browser, and you'll be able to apply from there. So we'll give everyone a few minutes to sign on, but I see some comments coming in. Hi, Tobin and Clarence, Lilies. It's going really fast. Izu, I can't see. Izu Guy, Emmanuel. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. My name is Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager here at University of the People, and I love interviewing our students like Thomas and getting their story out there and sharing how UO People was helpful for our students. So we'll get to Thomas in a minute. I want to let you guys know that we know that Corona has impacted our students all over the world, and we want to remind you that nothing at UO People has changed. Everything is exactly the same. You're still able to complete your coursework. You're able to complete your exams. Nothing is changing, and this is because of our cutting edge technology. And University of the People has actually been around for over 10 years. So a lot of universities are shifting to online education, but we have been around for 10 years. So that's super cool. What else can I tell you? So I want you to know that in this time of uncertainty, UO People remains the most reliable, effective, stable solution for students worldwide, and we are here for you. So I encourage everyone to ask questions, tell us where you're from, like I said, and I will review after this event if I don't address your question during. Okay, so I'm just going to say a few things about University of the People while people are still tuning in. So we are tuition free, meaning we don't collect any annual tuition. We do collect minor fees to keep us sustainable, and we are 100% flexible because we are 100% online, which allows our students the flexibility to study when they want. And we have our academic leadership team comes from the top universities from all over the world: NYU, UC Berkeley, Princeton, just to name a few. And we have 36,000 students studying with us right now, which is our largest, the largest amount studying with us so far. And this allows our students to build friendships with each other. And since our students are from all over the world, not all of them are proficient in English. If that's the case for you, don't worry. We do offer an English composition course to catch you up to speed. So without further ado, the main event is Thomas. Thomas was actually featured in our recently released Nas Daily video. For those of you who don't know Nas Daily, he's an influencer, and he created many videos about University of the People and students and the success stories. And Thomas is one of our success stories. So Thomas, hi again. Where do you currently live?
Hi, Jessica. I live in Kenya, in the coastal region of the Republic, in a county called Taita Taveta, and then a municipality called Mwatate. That's where I am right now. city.
Okay. And but where are you actually right now?
I am in my cyber cafe.
Okay, so you started a cyber cafe. Did you start that before University of the People or after, during?
Yeah, I had one branch before University of the People, but then after I joined, I had this idea. I got the idea of opening one more branch, and this is the branch I opened.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
And did you graduate from University of the People? Are you on your second degree? What's your story with University of the People?
Okay. I took off my journey with University of the People in the year 2016, and I've been studying very hard. But in the year 2017, I had a long break, and sometime in 2018, because of the general elections, and then I resumed, and everything is going well. I graduated with my associates in last year, April, during the online graduation, and then I'm almost doing away with my bachelor's. This next the coming term, that is the next term, will be my last on bachelor's, and then I'm planning to continue again on masters within the same university. Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna do your MBA?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. I didn't know that. Okay, so Thomas, why don't you tell us a little bit about your story? What were some of your challenges of getting a higher education?
Okay, Jessica, it's a long story, but I hope I can make it short enough. Okay, I passed very well in the year 1993. That is secondary education. When I got a big grade in the examination, national examination, I was admitted in the University of Nairobi to go and take an engineering degree, but I couldn't do so because my parents were sick. And also the fact that my younger brother, who also passed very well with an A grade, was supposed to go to secondary school, top secondary school within Kenya, and he needed my support, my financial support, in order to do so. So I had to drop out of that university and find some work that I can support my brother. Then between the year 1997 and 2012, I joined 6 more universities, but then dropped out. Yeah, the main reason being now, again, the issue of finances, because our family by then had grown to around 21, and I was almost the sole breadwinner for them. So occasionally I'd be called upon to take care of expenses touching on hospital bills, education, also food, almost everything. I was the one taking care of. And then again, I had these neighbors whom I had promised, who were looking up to me for a better life. So, and I'd given them this hope that as long as I have something in my pocket, I'll make sure also your kids go to school. So the burden was so heavy on me. There was no way I could pay for my education. That is my story up to there, Jessica.
Okay, so how did you find University of the People?
Okay, I came across University of the People after about 3 or 4 years of giving up, thinking that probably I would just manage my business with the little knowledge that I had. But in the year 2015, and towards the end of the year, as I served one of my clients, okay, we were searching something on universities. We were checking whether we can get a university scholarship. So I came across a university that was promising free education. I saw something I like to do with tuition-free education. So I told this client, and he went. But then on my side, I discovered that this thing could also help me, could also sort my issues. So I immediately decided to apply. Even before he took any step himself, I had already applied. And by the time he came asking me whether it is accredited, blah blah blah, I was already in it. Me, I don't care. I have seen that this genuine university. I've done all the necessary checks. Everything is okay. I've also I've also searched under the Department of Education, the U.S. Department of Education, and I've seen it's listed. So I did not need to get any more confirmations. I'm off, and that's how I started, Jessica.
Okay, it's a
Yes.
great story. And actually, Julia has a great question for you. We love Julia. Where did she go? Oh, here we go. She wants to know, what would you like to do after you graduate?
Okay, after I graduate, Jessica and Julio, I would like to grow my business. Now I have I'm thinking strategically, not like before. I used to think about day to day, week to week activities. Now I'm looking at, say, next year. What will I do next year? What will I do in the next like 5 years? So I'm more of a more rounded manager than I was before I joined the University of the People. So I'll build my business and probably also connect my people even more. And as you can see, I've put on a T-shirt that is it is ODM, Orange Democratic Movement. Is a party within Kenya. I'm a volunteer in this side of the country. I'm the elections coordinator. I also plan to make sure that I use this knowledge that I have, extra knowledge that I have, to educate my people, to know the value there is in participating in elections. So that's partly what I'm going to do, among other things. Over to you,
Okay.
Jessica. Yes.
That sounds really great, Thomas.
Yes.
I can tell you're very much about service and education. So
Yes.
it's also part of the UO People mission. So
Yes.
we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us maybe about your experience at University of the People. What's it like studying there, the courses, instructors? Like, maybe you could just give us a little bit of like an overview of what your experience has been like.
Okay, Jessica, I've had a very telling experience in terms of, it has been quite a revelation on my side. Since I joined in the year 2016, I've met many brilliant instructors who are able to take me through those periods I could not really get it. At the beginning of online education, you really struggle. So during those days, I had instructors that held my hands. I had academic advisors who would drop me an email every time I looked like I've disappeared. And it was almost like the experience within University was almost like what they call brick and mortar, because there's somebody out there to always remind you that you're supposed to do this and this. Thomas, you're supposed to submit your assignment. Thomas, blah blah blah. Thomas. So it really got me motivated, and I say thank you to those instructors. I say thank you to those academic advisors. Also, the student services has been very helpful. Every time I have a query, they are very fast with their emails. And there are also a few students I would like to mention. I have a friend from Nigeria called Manuel Izwagie, who has been quite a close buddy. Although we have not met face to face, but we really communicate. There's another friend from Tanzania who lives in the UK. He's a great friend of mine also through the University of the People Networks. I have Elizabeth from Nairobi. Yeah, I have very many friends who have with whom I'm very close. Yet I've never met them face to face, and probably will never meet them face to face. That's the most interesting thing with University of the People.
Yeah, so you've made a lot of friends at University of the People.
Yes, yes.
Tobin is asking, let's show his question. When do you plan on graduating? When are you graduating?
Okay, with bachelor's, I'm going to do it in like 2 months from now. I'll be through with everything, and then from there I continue with my MBA.
Your MBA.
Yes.
Okay, and so you're doing business administration. You're getting your bachelor's in business administration. What has been your favorite course so far? I'm curious.
Oh, my favorite course of I always remember that first course, that online education strategies was an eye opener for me, because before that I thought it's so tough to do online education because there's no teacher out there. I had that. In the background, in the back of my mind, at that mindset of a primary school kid, that teacher has to be there with a cane, long cane, yeah, to like threaten you a few sticks here and there so that you study. But when it came to online education strategies, the way the layout has been done, the way the programs have been laid out, it tends to put you in that position where you are in control of your education. Your mind is reprogrammed so that you know I'm supposed to do this, that, and that in these timelines. So that has been the best course so far, apart from the one I'm taking right now, which has really opened my mind. That is policy and strategy. It has been quite a course.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. And we have a question from Butch Hugo Creo. Butch Hugo Creo, I like your name. Thomas, being a student,
Yes.
what is your advice for the newcomer students for the upcoming term? This is a great question, Butch. Thank you for asking. And Thomas, maybe you can shed some light on some advice.
Okay, probably repeat the question because I didn't get part of it, so I may not give you the best response.
I put it back on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. It says, what is your advice for the newcoming students for the upcoming term?
Okay. I got the question. Jessica, I would advise them to make sure that they access the student portal, I mean the Moodle, and they go to the resources. They download the materials for that course, and they make sure between now and the day the first day of the term, they actually go through the materials. So it's like skimming through the materials, and then they make some notes. Yeah. And I'm sure most of them have already gone through the online education strategies. They've been taught about note taking methods, and that way I'm sure they'll be more prepared when the first week begins, because it will be like revision for them. That's what I normally do.
Okay, that's great advice. Thank you, Thomas. And
Yes.
Thomas, what about University of the People is 100% online. How did that help? How did that flexibility help you with running a business and going to school? How did you kind of balance it all?
Okay, Jessica, that's a wonderful question. Okay, on flexibility, that is the biggest reason why I'm here to this day in this university, because when I dropped out of the first university and then the subsequent universities that I had registered in, because of my younger brother, the job that I got a banking job for some time. So within that bank, I used to be transferred from one region to another. I was transferred to Southern Sudan, where the communication was a big issue. Southern Sudan, they were just setting up their government structures. They were setting up communication structures. So everything was not really set up. I know you get what I mean. So communication between me and the colleges I had registered was quite a huge problem. So for now, with the University of the People, I don't have those such issues of communication. And then another beautiful thing that I've really enjoyed within the University of the People is the availability of student support, financial support. Immediately I got in, I thought I would also have issues when I go out there looking for, extra capital, trying to make ends meet, trying to do sales. Within University of the People, I'm able to still submit my assignments. I'm not hampered by that movement from one region to another. So in terms of flexibility, if there was that parameter to rank universities, I'm sure University of the People will come number one by a huge margin.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that, University of the People gave you that flexibility to do everything that you're doing. And what about COVID-19? How has it affected Kenya? And what about your business?
Jessica, to be very blunt with you, it has been bad. COVID-19 has really affected my business. I'm at the lowest in terms of performance. Yeah, last time I was telling you, I had like 5 clients. These days, sometimes I go without a client the whole day. So it has really been bad, and I don't know how long it will take for it to get better. But it's like everybody within town is talking of corona. At the beginning, in this part of the world, with technology that is WhatsApp and the rest of social media, they have a huge influence. Everybody reads propaganda in there, and they believe everything they read. So when Corona came, everybody was saying, "There's no Corona, there's nothing." But over time, reality began to sink. That Corona is real. They saw people being buried. They saw their relatives going. They saw entire family after family being wiped out by Corona. So everybody now is so. I mean, they want to stay so far away from Corona, and in the effect, in the ensuing confusion, people like me with my business will have to suffer, because we need people to come physically here in order for us to get something.
Okay. And
yes.
So if anyone, okay, so say where I want you to say again where your cafe is. So if anyone's living in this area, please go support Thomas's Cyber Cafe.
Okay. Jessica, I live in Mwatate. Mwatate is within Taita Taveta County. Yeah, which is one of the 47 counties within Kenya. And then it is within Coastal Province in the Republic of Kenya. So when you come to Mwatate, you ask for Juma Solutions Cyber Cafe, and you will get me there.
Okay.
Anytime at your service.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
So if anyone's in the area, please go support Thomas. It's very important. And let's see. I see a few good questions out here. Let me show them. Good day, Thomas. It's from Banki Roberto. Can you please tell us how you manage your time while studying and working, Roberto?
Okay. Mostly I do my coursework before the beginning of the term. I make sure I do the bulk of the studying before the beginning of the term. I download the materials and I go through, so that at the beginning of the time I don't have much to do. So regardless of the distractions that I'll obviously have during that period, I'll be rest assured that at least with limited time, I'll be able to jot one or two things which will add value to my submissions. Yeah, so it's all about preparation.
Yeah, yes. So you plan a lot. You're good with time management.
Yes.
Okay, so I know you're busy and you have a business to run, so I'm going to ask one last question for you, Thomas.
Yes.
What tips do you have for students who are looking to shift to an online degree? Maybe students who dropped out of college due to COVID-19 and they were going to brick and mortar institutions, and now they want to study online. What sort of tips do you have for them?
Okay. I will tell them selecting the right college to go online is the first big step you have to make. If you choose the wrong college without the requisite experience, you will still struggle. Because I've seen a few friends of mine locally where I am go online, and they have to attend online classes, Zoom meetings, and so sometimes data is an issue. Connection is an issue. So within University of the People, because the college is so experienced, it's actually the pioneer in online learning, you can say. They have devised a way to make sure that all the readings is done via text. So even if your connection is slow, you're able to access your materials. You don't need to see some video of an instructor for you to be able to learn. You don't need to wake up at 2 o'clock. 2 a.m. in the morning for you to have a session with the instructor. No, with the University of the People, all the materials are loaded on the very first hour of the week. That is on my side in Kenya. It is Thursday morning at 8 a.m. in the morning. In US, it is 11:55. That is on Wednesday. Yeah, the materials are loaded and they remain there for the next 7 days. So you are supposed to plan yourself. You make sure you study. You make sure you drop your response to the instructor's discussion forum question. You make sure you respond to your peers and grade them. You make sure you submit your written assignment. You make sure you also do your learning journal within the time allocated to you. Also, there's also a self quiz, also make sure you don't leave them undone, because the self quiz sometimes you get very valuable information through those self quizzes, which would help you in the end, in the graded quizzes and then the final exam. You'll do poorly if you are a person who skips self quizzes just because they are non-graded items. Yeah, it will have a negative impact on your final score.
Okay, these are very good tips. And okay, first of all, to our viewers, I see you guys asking some questions that have already been addressed. That's why I'm not asking Thomas. I'm not ignoring you.
Yes.
He did already address some of the questions that are being asked. But Thomas, what I want to ask you, actually, I lied. There's one more question. What is your favorite part about studying at University of the People?
Okay, the favorite part about studying within the University of the People is the discussion forum, because within the discussion forum, I'm able to see how people think differently. Because you get a question like, how do people smile? If I'm an instructor and I post how do people smile, and then you wait for the peers' response. After you do your response 5 minutes later, you get varied responses. It is really amazing how human brain works, because every other person will give a special response. So for me, discussion forum is the best, because I'm able to go into the mindset, the thinking of a Japanese. I see how Japanese respond to issues. Also, I'm able to also go into the brain of someone in New York like Jessica, and see how, given a certain question, they will respond. So for me, that is yeah.
It's also a great way to see how other people from different cultures think
Yes.
and act.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
okay, so I think that's a really great way to end the interview with your, with your advice and your reflections on University of the People. So Thomas, thank you so much for joining us. I don't want to take any more of your time because I know you're a student and a business owner. So thank you. This is our second live event, and you're such a pleasure to speak with. And I really hope that things pick up with the cafe. I know you've worked really hard to build it, and you do amazing work. So thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate you joining me today. And to all our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't saved your spot yet, you still have time. The application deadline is this Thursday, August 13th. I don't know how it's August already. It's really crazy. And if you didn't save your spot yet, all you have to do is go to the description of this event and copy the link and paste it in your browser. So that's all I got today. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we will interview Steven, who is I think he's like a pretty well-known football player from what I understand. We'll hear more tomorrow. And he's from, I'm drawing a blank on where he's from, but he's living in Myanmar. So I know he's in Myanmar, but he's from somewhere else. Maybe Africa, somewhere in Africa. So anyway, we'll talk to him tomorrow. He's really sweet, famous football player. It's a first for you people. So again, Thomas, thank you so much. I really hope things pick up your way. Let's keep in touch. Everyone had really great questions for you. I think, you have fans. By the way, guys, if you didn't watch the NAS Daily video that we recently released, it does star Thomas, which is why he's here today, in case you missed that at the beginning of the interview. So don't forget to go to our Facebook and all our social media pages and check out Thomas's Nas Daily video. So anyways, Thomas, have a great day, and I hope everyone else has a great day too.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you.